Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of my Songs of Six series, Wood and Stone. I'm Icon, and today, well, we're going to spread some splendor through the city. The plans on my mind are pretty simple. I want to get some bathhouses going and, let's see, probably some law and order as well. Counts as a splendor part, doesn't it? And, yeah, we're going to expand the city. We're pretty close to the 500 people mark too. That's a good mark. That means we get access to administration soon. And, well, I am quite tempted to sprint a bit towards there. Because, the moment we got administration opened, we also have access to tax payments. And I'd be really, really interested in tax payments for coal. Because, we need more coal than that. And this would save me from building yet another charcoaler. Because coal is something we don't have big deposits here on the map, and therefore I really count on getting that in via taxation later on. But oh gosh, 10 and 15 years murdered. Right. Okay, well, we have to work on a couple of things, I'd say. So, if I remember correctly, the guard posts, I already set up the work orders, and our tailors are working on that, so there's really not much we can or need to do about that. Therefore, we're going to continue with the dungeon. And then an arena, I say. So we're going to put a... Where are we going to put up the dungeon? I'd love to have the dungeon here in the mines. Yeah, the other side of the mines. I like that. Let's put it down here, though. Something like that. I think that's a very atmospheric place to put your dungeon into the ore mines. I like that. So we're going to ready up some prison room in here. 40 prisoners, 2 guards. I think we can afford that easily. 100 metal, no biggie. But we built that out of stone, not out of wood. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. So, let's see, the tailors. They're only producing since this year, and, well, we might need another hunter. We'll see about that, I don't know. I'll have an eye on that. Beyond that, well, I'm still a little bit careful with our food stockpiles. At the end of the day, I don't want to risk any starvation event, but it's looking decent. Alright, and the arena. If I remember correctly, for the arena, though, you need weapons. So, yeah, fight pit. There we go, 50 weapons. So... as much as I'd love to put the fight pit into the mountain as well, we're not gonna. So, 50 weapons, though. That's going to be a harsh and long production phase for us, but, well... we better suck it up, Smithy is going to produce webs now. This'll take a while, but, it won't hurt to have these projects open for the time being. It'll just soak up all the production we got as of yet, and that's okay for me. Alrighty, so let's see. We're carving out one room which I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I felt like keep those odd jobbers busy. So that hunter has a pretty... I'm going to copy the hunter and set up another one somewhere else. We're going to have too much meat due to that, which is bothering me a bit, but Well, on the other hand, the benefit will be huge because that'll mean we'll have a lot of leather to work with, and I really feel like that's something we can use. But let's check out the radius of that dude first. So, where is that guy hunting? My god, their radius is huge. So basically, we'd only need a hunter for the other side of this place, or we just set up a bridge. How about that? So let's see. Bridge. I don't even know if we need to research that yet, or... Okay, I can't put up a bridge like that. Structures, road, fortification, fences, decorations, so... Can I pull up dirt roads over this? So no, deep water is blocking me from that. Can I dig out deep water? Oh, there's another wrongful death happening. Another murder. Going to stop that. Well, remove water. So let's see. Well, I suppose that this is how we're building bridges in this game, by removing water. So let's do this. Probably the mechanics for bridges aren't implemented into the game yet. Looks for me a bit like that, because this is pretty magic, you see. Okay, let's amp up our knowledge production a tad bit, like that. And we already got all these. So, tavern, nursery, bathhouse, chambers. We need all these. And I also want the crypts. Thank you. Beyond that, well, we're down to 500 research points already, so... Oh, well... Let's invest into some extra fishing. Or Populous loves fish. Therefore, amp up the production of these a tad bit. I think that'll be worth. So yeah, our armor production isn't fast, but it's steady. And that's all that matters. So, let's see. We opened up that venue, and let's check out the hunter. So, yeah, the hunter has now access to the entirety of this area. Beautiful. But, well, I think I'm going to put up a hunter's shack on this side, nevertheless, because I really like that. And we're going to remove water into this direction here as well, because, you know, I want to access the other side of our map here. I feel like it's time for that. So, here we go. Put all those odd jobbers to good work. And let's think about where we're going to put up a crypt. So, guard posts are... I wish I could say almost done, but... wishful thinking. We're going to employ a couple of extra smiths, though, because I really feel like that's a very urgent matter. Okay, we got this and that and everything else. So, let's speed up a bit again. Alright, we need wood. I knew that something would come up. So, sometime in the near future, I promise, soon TM, we're going to set up a real woodcutter. But as for now, I don't want to. How good is that deposit here? It has its charm, doesn't it? So, stone deposit 39%. With the Dondorians, we could actually get some good use out of the low quality ones too. something I'm really, really considering. Well, I don't need to decide on that right now. Where are we going to put up our first crypt? So, let's see. I feel like this place looks good. Yeah, why not? But first, I want to whip up another road covering this. Oh. You know, if you already have a crossroads somewhere, I don't want to mutilate the looks of that. Okay. I really love this, the way this game provides you intel about where people would love to have some roads. This is really cool. Like, these are very useful metrics for sure, because usually you have to guess which roads are heavily frequented and which are not. And it's really, really chill to not have to think about that too much. Or observe too long, I should rather say. Okay, well, let's put the crypt right next to the graveyard. Why not? I really see no reason why I shouldn't. So, let's make this... No, I want it like... Seriously, I need to pull from here. Okay, yeah. This is for me still the hardest part about these round buildings, to figure out where the actual walls will start and the like. So let's try this like that. Yeah, well, I think this will look better. Yep. Okay, graves. So, I love these round rooms. I know I keep saying that every episode, but it's just because it doesn't stop being awesome using these. I mean, there's so much design possible with these. I like that. So, I mean, usually the Dondorians are no big fans of stone. The Cretonians are no big fans of stone buildings, but in this case, we will need to make a exception. All right, so there we go. Let's hope that I can fit in enough statues. I highly doubt it, though. No. Okay, we'll have to remove a couple of graves there. How about removing these? We're adding in some statues there. So we can't put one there. Oh gosh. We're only at 27% respect yet. So we really have to tune down a bit and increase the total amount of statues a bit. You could, of course, just add in larger statues, but you see, there's also these big ones, but well, we're at 62% respect, so seems like we still need to pluck out some more graves. Only 68%. Jeez. Well, gotta say, this is growing more and more into a mess. But honestly, I don't really care too much about that. Okay, 100% respect, that's all that matters. Pretty crappy crypt. So probably I should really consider putting them up square. But whatever. We don't need to be efficient. 13 graves are really, really crappy. But whatever. I definitely planned to plant one crypt into the mountains, so we can do another efficient one there. But honestly, we're going to make this a double one. There we go. I just want to have a lot of burial space to begin with, and since we have to carve out the mountain to get going there, I don't want to wait too long with that. Second one, I mean. Alright, we're starting to run out of stone, aren't we? Yeah. We're not. This is one map where I feel like we're never going to run out of rock to just harvest from the map. Because there's just so effing much to pick up. It's massive. And our guard posts are finished. Nice. Law and order, friends. Law and order. So, we got that now. And we're now producing armors for the stockpiles. They have a nasty spoil rate, though. You see, 10% of that's going to spoil per year. I hate that. And therefore, we really ought to reduce the spoilage rate now. And I'm going to keep a low stockpile of these. So we're going to export larger numbers of that. So here, warehouse, we're going to learn all the way up there. So let's see, spoilage went down to 6% a year. Not bad. It's a good start. We can reduce that even further, and, well, I consider that quite an important technology in the long run, but for now, we're just going to start and export armor. Armor is crazy, crazy costly, and therefore it's really good. So we're going to export 90% of our stockpiles. This way, we're going to have 120 or so on the stockpile, and the excess production will be just used for exports. I feel like that's a really good thing to do. And for the weapons, we're going to do the same, but only as soon as we are really producing them en masse, which we won't right now. I'll be putting up, let's see, how much do they deteriorate? Also 6% a year. So, you know what, we're going to reduce our employees down to 5 and tinker those thingies here yet again. So, let's see, our prisoners. We got the crime rate there. And let's see. No available services. Yeah, do we need a extra building to get that thing rolling now? Let's check it out. Laws, infrastructure. So we got scaffolds, slavers. Well, that would be only necessary here. Occasionally a prisoner might escape. So where prisoners fight for glory and redemption. Well, since we only have one prisoner so far, there's no much chance for an arena fight. I'll have to keep an eye on that because I still want to find out how it actually works, you know. Haven't figured it out as of yet. But every time I tried it, I already had a slaver installed in the city, and I was not willing to go away from that because, you know, it is actually quite handy to have the slavery running because you get a lot of money out of that. But I wanted to try something else this time. So let's pick up 20 odd jobbers, because we seem to need them. Yeah, my cut stone stockpile is dying, and we're only getting started here. So the masonry, we can man that up. We need it to. Okay, so this warehouse is manned with 15 employees, and they are on 100% workload permanently. Crazy. So I'm going to upgrade the manpower here too. You know, it's quite important to keep enough workforce on these. Otherwise, your infrastructure won't work out anymore. That's very, very unpleasant. So we got the ox pastures. We're producing a handful of livestock per year. So I want another pasture here. So let's check out where the fertility sucks. Let's see. How's the other side of the pond? Not bad. This is overall a very fertile land, and therefore it's pretty hard to find spots where it's bad to plant out stuff. But actually, down here, it is bad. So let's put down another pasture here. I like the idea of that. But I gotta care. There's a small stone deposit there. Still don't think that I will acquire it, but I couldn't even build on top of it. It's blocked. Resource deposits are obviously blocking. Wonder if you can just remove them, though. Never tried. So... out there. Okay, here we go. Another pasture for us. Because I really feel like I want to get the livestock production going before we actually need it. So here we go. This also is a nice secondary income of meat, you know. And that's what the Dondorians love to eat. So let's see. Library 1, 2, and 3. We are going to install yet another library. Not happy with my science output so far, so let's amp that up. Good-o. Now, the first crypt will be done very soon. Very happy about that. Warehouse still running at 100% workload with 20 employees. Well, so we obviously can't drop in a lot of manpower, and that's just such a small warehouse, you know. Crazy, but we're storing lots of different products in there, and therefore, obviously, we have a lot of need. So, what I really think is funny here right now is that... oh yeah, here we go. It's happening. Is that we have a huge influx of extra migration into the city without even finishing the crypt yet. Like, the first crypt isn't even finished and we have a huge influx. Must be the arena. So, must be definitely the arena. People are coming and going. Okay. Gladiators 100%. The amount of prisoners that have performed. This affects quality. Okay. So the more prisoners we got, the more business there is in the arena. Awesome. Brilliant. Okay, so we're just going to fast forward here a little bit. And then we're going to reap in fresh science points. This place, it's more statues than graves. Oh gosh, well, whatever. Certainly the least efficient place I ever issued construction of. I'm proud of myself. Crappiest place ever. It's never too late to impress yourself. Okay, now 40 Dondorians want to migrate into the city. Okay, dudes, we can't take all of you. Pick up 20. Oh my god. That's a lot, man. So, let's authorize a couple of extra Cretonians, and I think our food production will not be sufficient anymore. But with all the workers we get into city, it shouldn't be any issue to amp up our production. So I already see that the veg and fruit production is dropping a tad bit. So let's help ourselves with a fruit farm. A slaver. We don't do slavery here. Okay, so we're going to need more veg and more fruit. No problem. I have seen that. I've seen that one coming. Let's put up one more fruit and one more veg farm, and then we're going to set up lots of extra science to increase the output even further, because I don't want to have two insanely huge farms here in general. So let's dig some canal. We've learned lately that only one tile of water is necessary and only one side is necessary. This double siding here that I do is totally overkill, but you know, there's no kill like overkill. So. Let's put that up too. Let's put these right next to each other as well, because I don't want to interfere here with the grain production and the like. So here we go. That's gonna keep a lot of people busy yet again, but that's just what we need. Dig canal. That's just what we need. More jobs, more food, more happy Cretonians. And that's also going to mark the end of the farming lane. I'm going to put up new roads after that block. So I dig the idea of putting up a road there, all the way over there. So now we have room for another cluster of farming. Huh. Okay. It's funny. Like there's somebody, like somebody put a crayon under my hand and drawing a squiggly line. Oh well. So, where do I do the paper? So, let's pump up the paper maker's production. I feel like 5 employees are just no longer on par with our needs. So, let's amp that up like that. And probably we're going to power creep this workshop yet another time up, but for the time being, that's all I'll do. We are exporting scrolls, aren't we? Yes, we are. The sales price sucks, but it's still better than not using the overspill, you know? There we go. We run this on auto-employ, so why not? Alright, we got a nice bonus on our science incoming. Wonderful. And also, I really feel like now that all this stuff is done, we're also going to put up another hunter up there, because I'm out of leather. I'm entirely out of leather. So my tailors are consuming leather faster than we are producing it, and therefore, I think that's a really great idea. Let's go in. It looks like yes. Okay. So I think it's a great idea to put up another hunter on the other side of the island. They'll surely not not interfere too grossly with each other. Don't think so. I'm very inclined to put up some extra storage over here. We might be even extracting clay one day over here. You know, it's a waste of denaries to import that stuff the whole time. I only do this because I have to. And I just noticed something strange. We are overproducing bread, my friends, so if we are overproducing, we ought to export. You know my idea. You know how I think about these things. Before it goes bad, turn it into money. So, my friends, that's the end of today's episode. So we're doing it. We're actually exporting bread. Crazy. So, next episode, I am planning to do... I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be going next. I think enabling administration is definitely the next point. We just got to make sure that we got enough services and enough food and all to make the leap all the way to 500 people. Because, you know, leaping towards 500 people is quite a big thing. But we have law and order now down. We have an arena. We don't have the bathhouse yet. We need to fetch that up too. But all in all, I feel like the city should be ready for administration. So that's the next thing. Drop me your comments down below. Leave me your thumbs up if you enjoyed. And of course, consider subscribing. There's daily content. And I'd be super happy to see you there. Have a good one. And bye-bye.